Hi guys, buenos dias.
Hi guys.
Welcome to Cafecito and Crime.
Yo soy Estela.
And this is Le Barbe. So I was just thinking that my son doesn't call us I don't know what he calls us, but he doesn't say Cafecito and Crime. He'll say something else, and instead of saying a podcast, he'll call us a broadcast.
Yeah, a broadcast.
So he's like, Mom, are y'all gonna work on your broadcast? And I'm like, yeah, let's go work on it. Anyway, so welcome. Today, excuse us if we sound a little nasally. I don't know what's going on. I think it's in the garage or something, but
I've been nasally for about 3 weeks. I've been
nasally too.
Now,
so anyway, but today we're trying a new coffee, guys. I'm so excited. My coffee is called Bonfire, and it is fire.
They're fall flavors.
Fall flavors, yeah.
Fall flavors. Mine is
Hocus Pocus.
Hocus Pocus, yes.
Sorry,
yes.
Sorry, I don't know why.
Barbie couldn't remember hers, and I did, but I couldn't remember mine, and she did.
Yeah,
so
I don't know.
Blah.
But anyway, so we are trying new coffee. I like it. It's iced today.
It is iced today because it's hot as balls.
It is hot as fucking balls.
Even though it's fall already.
Yeah, I was about to say, they said that we're supposed to be first day of fall, and our
it was
high
100.
It was the hottest day yesterday. So I don't know. But anyway.
That's Houston for you.
That's that's exactly what it is. So let's go ahead and get started. So what we got today, sister?
Okay, so today's case is known as the Cumbria shootings.
Cumbria.
It's in the UK. It's in England.
Oh, we're going
across the pond.
Across the pond. Okay.
Yes.
Yeah. I have a cousin that lives over there.
Yeah. No, remember.
Shout out to my cousin. I don't think she listens.
Does she know?
She knows, but I think she listens. But it's cool.
Yeah, whatever.
Yeah, whatever. Mm-hmm. Whatever. I mean, we're not everybody's cup of tea or cup of coffee.
Because a lot of people do not drink coffee. They drink tea, which is fine. I drink both.
But tea over there?
Yeah. They drink a lot of coffee también.
Oh, y luego se les murió la pinche...
The Queen.
The Queen,
R.I.P.
Dude. R.I.P. to the Queen, pobrecita.
Pero vivió su vida la señora.
Dude.
How old was she?
Tenía 90 y qué?
¿6?
¿2? No,
96?
But I don't know, but ya estaba grande la señora, pobrecita. But my sister said she never ate pizza. So we really can't say she lived life, because pizza is the shit.
I don't know that I could live a life where I don't eat pizza.
Who would
That's
do
just
that?
me.
Yeah, me too. But, my daughter doesn't like pizza. I think she's not my daughter.
Then she's not my niece.
Yeah, because there's no way. My son, we're here, you know, but my daughter
can eat pizza all day every day.
But anyway, poor R.I.P. to the Queen. I'm so sorry about that. But I heard that they had a whole week off, bro.
It's a national, I think it's like a Remembrance Day, like people, like from now on, if I read this correctly, no sé, pero que like on the anniversary of her death, I think, it's going to be like people are going to take it off work and all that stuff. So
I have a question though, which is probably not have anything to do with the Queen, but my question is, why don't they show her? Like, why don't they do an open casket?
I guess.
Is it like their tradition or? I don't know. Yeah, but if anybody knows, y'all can leave us a message.
I guess it's like protocol or something. I don't know. Maybe she's not even, honestly. No, that's like, maybe she's not even in the box.
No, a lot of, I did read a lot. You know me and my conspiracies. Sometimes I've been reading shit. And
you go down the rabbit hole. It happens.
Yeah. And so then they were saying that she had been dead for a while already.
I don't know, but I remember, I don't know. I saw her driving. She was driving like earlier this year. I think I saw her on the news or something. She was driving a little Range Rover, la señora.
At 96, dude? Pero yo creo que they probably have like bumper things so she wouldn't hit anything. I don't know. I don't know.
Kidding. Anyways, back to the story.
We're going to England.
Yes, we're going to England.
Yeah.
And today's case takes place in Cumbria, England. Mm-hmm. And the weird random fun fact.
Yes.
Okay. Is that every November they hold a lying competition.
Lying?
Like echando mentiras. Yes.
Okay.
There are 12 competitors. And they get about 5 minutes to tell the biggest and most convincing lie that they can tell for the world's biggest liar competition title. It's like a thing.
My son would probably be the champion.
And I read this from a BBC article, and it says that it is held annually at the Bridge Inn at Santon Bridge in Lake District. The contest is a tribute to a 19th century pub landlord. His name was Will Ritson. And he became famous for being able to tell lies about everything and anything. So
And people would believe him.
And people would believe him. So it's just kind of like a little tribute, like a little fun. Do you want to be known as the world's fucking
liar?
Biggest liar.
Pinche mentiroso and shit?
But you have the title for it. Like, it's a championship title.
Good for them.
Yeah.
We're happy. Yeah. We're happy that they... So wait, was this at this particular place that they do the lying competition? Or is this like in England?
No. It's just at this place
at
in
this
Cumbria.
Place. Yeah. Cumbria.
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 ¿Y qué pasó ahí en Cumbria?
Okay, so... I'm just got like a little backstory real quick.
Got it.
In England, a lot of police officers do not carry guns. Okay. There are some that do, of course. But for the most part, they only carry mace, handcuffs, batons, and tasers. Mm-hmm. They try to do their jobs without a gun. There are armed officers. If there's like una situación where they're needed, well, ahí están, right? Mm-hmm. So just keep that in the back of your mind. Now, Cumbria, where the case takes place, is a county in northeast of England, bordering Scotland. It's like the countryside.
Okay.
Pretty much.
Okay.
It's as small towns, small villages. So just keep that in mind. Okay, so Derrick and David Bird, twins, were born on November 27th, 1957, in Ennerdale Bridge, which was a village a few miles outside of Whitehaven.
November 23rd?
7th.
27th. So what does that make them? I don't know. I think it makes them a Capricorn, no?
Christina's a Capricorn, but she's from December.
Okay, so then makes, I don't know.
And
Sagittarius? I don't know.
They were born to parents Joseph and Mary Bird.
Joseph and Mary?
Yeah.
Like Jesus' parents? That's crazy.
And they had an older brother. And as Derrick and David grew up, the differences between them started to become very apparent and noticeable.
Which is usually what happens when you have, cuando son, ¿qué es mellizos? Is that how you say twins in Spanish?
Gemelos?
Gemelos? Mellizos? Okay.
What's the difference? They're fraternal twins?
I have no idea.
Oh, I don't know. I thought you knew. Anyways, David was the more talkative one, more popular in school, more athletic. He was into sports, whereas Derrick was not athletic and was quiet and was more of a loner.
Yeah, sounds like me.
Yeah. I guess you could say that Derrick thought that he was living in David's shadow, because they were twins.
Así pasa. Así pasa. Yeah. Mm-hmm. Even with brothers and sisters.
Yeah.
Yeah. Mm-hmm.
So for the most part, childhood, Derrick and David, the same, like grew up. It was pretty normal. Parents were working, they went to school, so on and so forth. They had an older brother, blah, blah, blah. After Derrick graduated from school, they just said school, I'm assuming high school, like their equivalent of high school. Mm-hmm. He went straight to work as a carpenter at a nearby nuclear plant, which was a lot of people, that's the thing that they did there. They worked in like nuclear plants. That was like...
We can relate.
Yes. Mm-hmm. He was also... he had just graduated school when he started dating a girl named Linda Mills, and who was about a good 5 years younger than him.
Oh, wow. So she was...
Yeah, she was...
Estaba chiquita.
Entonces,
no tenía que si él tenía como, vamos a decir, unos 19, 20.
Yeah.
So ella tenía como unos 15.
Yeah.
A la madre.
So he met her at school. That's how they met. And then they started dating. And things went well for the couple. Mm-hmm. And they decided to move in together in 1978. And in 1982, they had their first baby, a boy named Grammy. I think that's how you say it. I don't know how their pronunciation goes. It's Graeme. Pero okay. They never got married.
So no nada más nosotros ponemos unos nombresazos, también en otros lugares, no nada más los hispanos. Yeah. Because, I heard that the Kardashians, they think that the name of the little baby, the Kylie, is Snowy. Like the snow.
I doubt that's true.
No,
but,
that's what I'm saying.
I mean,
you never know.
You never know.
Maybe the storm made the snow. I don't know.
They should have kept it a wolf.
Dude, wolf was a lot better. I thought wolf was cool.
Yeah.
Or, whatever.
It's better than snowy.
Maybe snow. Pero, dude, snow is even worse than snowy.
Let's take a quick break.
Persons of Interest is back, and it's bigger than ever.
That scream will echo in my head for many years.
Taser! Taser! He's gonna shoot! Oi! Shot fired! Shot fired! Stay out! You gotta go on you!
He had the perfect aim.
I am absolutely stressed at that point. I have no idea where my officers are.
Persons of Interest available everywhere you get your podcasts.
Right? I don't know.
Is it because of Jon Snow? Or Snowy makes me think of este way from fucking, ¿cómo se dice?
No sé.
De Let It Go, está Frozen. ¿Cómo se llama el snowman?
Olaf?
Olaf, yeah. It made me think of Olaf.
Olaf is better than Snowy.
Yeah. Wolf.
Grimy. So Grammy is the name?
I don't know how to say it. Wait, let me look. Okay, I'm stupid. The pronunciation is Graham, not Grammy. Anywho. So, like I said, they never got married. They just lived together.
As you should, because sometimes you don't need to get married.
Yeah.
You know?
And it actually ended up being a good thing that he didn't get married, but we'll get to that.
Yeah, I was about to say, I mean, sometimes it's a good thing.
Yeah. Things were good for the family of 3. You know, they were living their lives day to day, thriving. In 1990, Derrick got fired from his job at the nuclear plant porque se estaba robando a madera. And there was a no tolerance for theft. He was sentenced to 6 months. And after that, after he got out, he worked odd jobs here and there.
Wait a minute. Rewind. They put him in jail?
Yeah.
For stealing wood?
Yes.
They didn't just fire him?
No. Well, that too. So like I said, he was working odd jobs here and there for the next following years.
Pobrecito. Like, imagine trying to get... Now he has a background problem and all kinds of shit. ¿Para qué anda chingando llevándose el pinche wood?
Yeah. So he's not a pobrecito.
Well, no, I'm not saying that, but I mean, I'm just
Pero
like,
¿quién te manda?
damn. Pues sí. Yeah. Make better decisions.
Yeah. Now, I'm assuming here that not having a steady job put a strain on the relationship con Linda.
I would think.
Porque she left him in 1994, even though she was pregnant with their second son. So she was like, I'm done. Y se fue.
Okay.
Yeah. She wasn't having it.
Or maybe sometimes, you know, men también se ponen como se paran de chichis. You know, they get in a bad mood because they don't have a job.
Yeah,
like,
that's what I'm saying. And that puts a strain on the relationship, you know, so... He was devastated, of course. I mean,
definitely.
That was his...
He lost his job. He went to jail. His wife left. Like, fuck.
Well, she was pregnant, and that was like his first real relationship that he had. He had been with her for how long, you know?
Yeah, that's like that was probably his first love and shit.
Yeah. I think they had been close to 20 years together at the point when, you know...
She was tired of it. She said, peace.
Yeah. It was in 1995 that he became a taxi driver.
Okay.
Yeah, like self-employed taxi driver, you know.
You know what? He's out there hustling, trying
doing
to,
what you gotta do, yeah.
Yeah.
By the time that he became a taxi driver, he had already been dating a woman that he met months after he had split with Linda.
Okay. So it wasn't like he was cheating or anything?
No.
Okay.
In 1998, la señora, su novia, le habló a la policía for domestic abuse.
A la madre. He put her hands on her.
She told the police que Derrick had headbutted her. Allegedly.
Verga. No.
Allegedly. But she never put any charges on him.
I've never thought about headbutting anybody because then that's going to hurt me.
That's hardcore.
Yeah, that's like some shit because then what if I get dizzy? You know, like, then me voy a marear. Then I'm
not
not
want to throw up?
Yeah, no, I don't think that I would headbutt somebody. I'd probably try to hit you with something, pero I don't think so.
I feel like...
I don't know. That's
if
just
like you were being like attacked and shit and like they're like holding your arms. Well, that's a different situation because, you know, it's either I'm going to die.
But bitch, I'm going to whoop your ass and then...
I'm going to headbutt you.
And I'm going to headbutt you.
No.
Like, no. I mean, obviously he was bigger than her, so... Yeah. So, I mean...
So a lo mejor ni le dolió.
No, bitch, pero como quiera un chingazo en la cabeza, como que no se mueve el brain and shit. I don't know.
Get a concussion.
I'm like, nah, I don't think I'll fucking headbutt anybody. I'm good.
Like I said, she never filed any charges, even though she claimed that he, you know, there were...
Well, because that's what happens, yeah.
So, and they stayed together.
Okay.
Until the year 2000. Okay. So they dated for like a good while.
Yeah. Pero no se casó.
No, tampoco no se casaron. And in the year 2000, I guess she had enough. She said que no era amoroso, like he didn't really show any like emotion towards her, any feelings and stuff like that. Okay. So she couldn't be in the relationship anymore. So she was like, deuce. So he had been having it rough for like the past decade or so by this point, right?
Yeah, pobrecito, dude. Yeah. What the fuck? I know you said no pobrecito, but like... to step back and be like, you lost your job for doing stupid shit. Now you're beating people up. Now you lost your kids.
But
now
those are all your actions.
Yes, sí, güey. Yeah. Pero sometimes, you know, things just fall into place and you don't even know. You're like, fuck, man, ¿qué más me va a pasar? Pasa un perro que me mejor.
Pero no andas haciendo chingaderas.
Pues
y no
sí,
te van a pasar chingaderas.
Pues sí.
Honestly.
Yo no hago chingaderas y todo me pasa.
I'm not talking about...
No, I'm just saying, like, sometimes it happens.
No, but shit like this, like, que te deja tu esposa and all that shit, you get fired from your job.
Pero
why? Porque andas haciendo mamadas.
Porque andas haciendo mamadas.
Exactamente. I mean...
Yeah.
You live and you learn. Pero he didn't learn, so.
He didn't learn.
So like I said, you know, he had been having it rough for like the past
So I take back my pobrecito.
Yes.
Just saying.
Please take it back.
Okay.
So his second girlfriend lo había dejado. And...
Por meterle putizas.
Yeah, allegedly. Y I think también in 1998, like his dad had passed away también.
No, ma.
Yeah, like...
Te digo. Okay, no pobrecito, but damn.
Te pasan cosas. Así es la vida. Right?
Así es la vida.
Y también he was struggling as a taxi driver because in that area, there was just a shit ton of taxi drivers because it was like a common job to do. And there wasn't enough tourists. You know, it was, that's how they made their money off tourism. So there was too many taxis, not enough tourists. So, you know, he was struggling with money. Mm-hmm. Y también he actually has started taking care of his mom porque la señora se puso enferma.
Desde que se murió su papá.
Yeah, también. So he took in charge of like...
And where's his brother?
He's there también.
Oh, okay.
Here's the thing.
Okay.
2 brothers because he has an older brother.
Yeah,
remember?
he has yeah. Uh-huh.
So también in like at the 2007, there was an instance where there were some passengers that he, gave them a ride. Pues no le pagaron, güey. And then they fucking beat him up.
Ay, no manches.
So he ended up in the hospital and stuff. I think chip tooth, lo vergaron. They gave him like...
Can I say pobrecito now?
Here, yes.
Yes,
you
pobrecito,
can say.
bitch. Like, what the fuck?
And they said that this like completely changed the way that, he was like really anxious. Like he had nightmares. He was just super paranoid.
And this is all within a span of what, a 2 year, 3 years, or how many?
It's 2007.
So yeah, so from when his wife left him in
1994.
So from here, and then he had a new
his dad died in 1998.
Yeah, so I mean, it was like a build-up.
Like stuff was happening.
Yeah, and then he was in jail, bitch.
And then he was in jail.
No.
And
yeah,
and I think there was an instance también before this one where he got beat up. Like, I think he had gone out and he got beat up también, lo asaltaron or something like that.
Please stop being trash people. Why do we do this to our own human race?
So you just kind of see that, things have been building up. And he was just like, me andan pasando estas cosas. And people think that all that buildup of things que le habían pasado led to the events of June 2nd, 2010, which we're about to get into.
Okay.
In 2010, Derrick was living in, I'm going to say this right, Rorah, Rowrah.
It's like Row? Rorah.
Yeah.
Okay.
You can say it.
That sounds good.
Which is a small village. And in the early hours of June 2nd, around 4 a.m., 5-ish, Derrick got in his car and drove to his twin brother's home, David's, in Lampew. He let himself in and shot and killed David.
His brother?
Yes, his twin brother. He shot him 11 times.
11?
11. Not 1 or 2. 11.
He needed 11 times to be shot. 11.
11.
Okay. Sí. Just making sure because, I mean, si no era 10, a lo mejor suficiente, ¿verdad? Pero 11.
He made sure 11.
Odd number.
Yes. Couldn't be me, but...
The fuck?
After leaving David's home, Derrick is seen on CCTV driving down a single road that leads to Kevin Common's farmhouse in Freesington, also a village. Now, which is like 10 minutes from Lampew, where he went to kill his brother at.
Get it? Okay.
He was seen outside lurking for about 4 hours by people who had been walking their dogs en la mañana, like around 5 in the morning.
Okay.
Lo vieron. And Kevin Commons was the family's lawyer. He had been outside for like hours and shit.
Yeah.
Kevin salió de su casa. And he was, getting in his car and shit, just trying to get into his car, and saw that he was blocked in by Derrick. And he was confused as to why Derrick was at his house that early, because I believe they were supposed to meet later on in the day. Before he even had a chance to ask him what the fuck he was doing there, Derrick shot Kevin.
Damn.
And
I just have a question. Real quick.
Yes.
Like, do these people just go up and just pop, 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 like just, do they say something like motherfucker or fuck you or whatever or chica tu madre, or something? Or do they just start fucking, like, I just don't understand their thought process. And I know it's stupid because...
No, it's not stupid because it's true. You want to know why people are doing this, right?
I just don't understand their thought. Like, let me go and kill my brother, shoot him 11 times. So he must have a pretty good gun because this motherfucker had like a lot of shots in there. Because he shoot him 11 times and then he shoots Kevin. And it's like, fuck.
He shot Kevin with the 12-gauge sawn-off shotgun.
Okay.
A couple of times. And ended up hitting him once in the shoulder.
Damn, a shotgun?
Kevin staggered, and fell. And he started to crawl away from Derrick to, kind of make it back into his house.
To get away from him?
Yeah, to get away from,
Yeah?
But Derrick came up behind him and shot him with he switched guns. So he shot him with a .22 caliber rifle. And shot Kevin 2 more times and killing him.
So he had multiple guns?
He had 2 guns. He had the 12-gauge sawn-off shotgun. Sawn, like sawed it off. Sawn. Sawn? It's a weird word, huh?
It is a weird word.
Yeah, anyways.
Sawn off.
Yes. And he had the shotgun and he had a rifle. Now, a neighbor saw Kevin trying to get away from a man and that he was shot. So name was Susan Rooney, and she called the popo.
Okay, Susan. You know what? Bad bitch of the story. She called the popo.
So when the police arrive, they find Kevin dead in his driveway. And aside from his shoulder wound, he had also been shot in the head
Oh, he made sure. He wanted to make sure that motherfucker was dead.
And of course, by the time the police got there, que el Derrick ya se había ido. Right?
No que los fuera a esperar.
Pues no creo. So after leaving Kevin's, Derrick drove to the house of a friend of his who also was a neighbor. So he kind of went back to where he lived.
Okay.
His name was Neil Jacques. I like saying that name. Jacques.
I like that.
He went over to get a gun from Neil Jacques que le había dejado. So he went to knock on the door and stuff, and Neil's wife le contestó, Carol. And then Carol told Derrick que Neil no estaba, pero que le pasara, I'll get you the gun or whatever. She tried, pero she didn't have the lock para abrir donde estaba la gun. And she was like, but you can wait, have some tea, just wait till Neil Jacques come back. But he was like, no, I'm going to leave. I got to go. Bye. Y se fue bien rápido. Así like called ass. He then drove to Whitehaven.
Hold on. So you're telling me that this motherfucker went to somebody's house to go get another gun?
Yes, but he couldn't because it was under lock and key y Carol no tenía la llave.
Pero was he like a gun dealer or something? Or was he just like...
he was actually into guns. He had been since he was young, 17, like him and David. It was common thing for country people. Like it wasn't uncommon for them.
No, that's fine.
But he knew guns. He knew about guns. He had guns.
Guns.
He was a gun owner.
Oh, okay,
he was licensed.
Because I just thought maybe just randomly he had fucking guns. No. Like he had guns because he was a country folk and
he was licensed.
He was licensed. Okay,
yes.
I got it. Now we're on and popping.
Yeah. He then drove to Whitehaven, which is another small town, where a fellow taxi driver, Darren Rucastle, was walking with a coffee and his cigarette in hand. He was ready to start his days taxi driving and stuff. When Derrick sees him and calls him over to his taxi, because he was driving his own taxi. So when Darren comes over, Derrick shoots him in the face.
Oh, okay. Just chill, like, let me just shoot him in the face.
Now, Darren and Derrick did not get along.
Okay. Oh, they were having beef.
Derrick pretty much didn't get along with a lot of the taxi drivers.
I don't think he got along with a lot of people.
He was kind of like a dick.
Yeah.
Within the taxi driving community. And con specifically Darren, just straight up no se pasaban, dude. They fucking pull shit on each other. Like one would do one thing to one of them, and then Derrick le hacía la otra cosa para atrás, right? I believe they'd still like each other's customers. And Derrick, I think, one time threw sour milk in the back seat of Darren's taxi.
Oh, that's fucked up. You know what? No.
So it was definitely tit for tat. A Darren one time slashed Derrick's tires. There's a taxi.
Nice.
And that's expensive. Tires are expensive.
Yes.
So there was a rivalry for sure.
Like they had beef for sure. They had beef.
Like
beef.
Beef. No stew, just beef.
No, just beef.
Just beef. No vegetarian.
No. Pinche vaca.
Yes, vacota.
Vacota.
By this time, it's 10:30 in the morning, right? At 10:33 is when the police received the phone call about Darren being shot by Derrick.
Okay. So he's like, I'm tired of your bitch ass. I'm going to shoot you in the fucking face.
Yes.
Okay, got it.
Police deployed every armed police officer in the county because this was the second call they had received in that area about somebody being shot. Because remember, Susan had called about Kevin. Yes.
Okay.
So they were like, oh, fuck, somebody's fucking shooting people. So everybody's like, all the cops, all the people, come.
All of them. Todos.
Todos. So after shooting Darren, he went on to shoot other fellow taxi drivers. He shot Don Reed, Paul Wilson, but they survived.
Okay.
So Paul Wilson was shot in the face, and in pictures, like you can see the grace. Kind of looks like just like a scratch, like right here by his lower cheek, by his jaw, like
Did
that.
he shoot him with the shotgun?
I'm not sure if it was a shotgun or the rifle.
Holy shit, man.
And Don Reed was shot in the back as he tried to run away from Derrick. And he started to crawl away or try to run away from him. And Derrick lo iba a seguir para finish him off, but for whatever reason, he just leaves. I guess he thought the police were coming. He was like, oh, fuck, let me just get out of here. So Derrick is now driving his little gray taxi with the shotgun pointed out the fucking passenger window like this.
Shooting people.
Just shooting people. Trying to aim it at people.
So he's like, probably lo que está pensando es que pues I'm going down, might as well go down, shooting people.
Now a neighborhood police officer from Whitehaven, he was in the area. And he's heard the shots and actually sees Derrick driving with the gun outside his motherfucking window. So he puts out an alert to all the other popos in the area and be like, hey, I see him. This is what he's doing. This is what he's driving. And then ese police officer gets in a random car that like un pedestrian. And I'm not sure if he took the pedestrian out of the car or if they were driving with the pedestrian in the car. But they were like, follow that car. So he started following Derrick. As the officer was following Derrick's car, He sees that Derrick slows down his little taxi as another taxi car was coming from the opposite direction of Derrick, right? So Derrick was driving, even he had a little taxi. So he sees Derrick slow down and he shoots that taxi driver and hits the driver and the passenger.
The fuck?
Which was a woman. Now, the driver of that taxi his name was Terry Kennedy. And he was shot in the hand because he put up his hand to shield himself. And because of it, he actually had to have his hand amputated. But he did survive.
Well, good.
Yeah, and it was his right hand.
I mean, I'd rather not have a hand than be dead, I say.
And Terry later goes on to say, when he's interviewed, he says that he just couldn't believe it because at least to him, he had considered Derrick somewhat of a friend. Oh. So he was like, what the fuck? Now,
a lo mejor Derrick was like in a blind, like he was just shooting, like le valía madre y al que le pegara, you know? I don't know.
Now, the officer that had been following them, he stops his car and, gets out to administer first aid to Terry and the passenger, which her name was Emma. And Emma was hit, I think, by the pellets que le había tirado a...
Like shotgun, yeah.
And she got hit in the neck and the arm and on her side. But they both survived. So at this point, he had killed his twin brother, David, the family lawyer, Kevin, Darren, who was someone he couldn't stand and had beef with.
Which I could understand why.
He tried to kill taxi drivers. So far, right?
So far. And then...
So for him...
pedestrians.
But he didn't mean to hit Emma.
No, I know, but pedestrians, he was just shooting outside his door, his window.
Yeah, well, he hadn't shot anybody then. By that point, he was just like, si a ver quién miraba.
Ah, okay.
Yeah.
Okay. So,
sorry, I should have been clear. My bad.
Yeah, I thought he was like shooting, like, bah, 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 you know.
So up to that point, those are the people he had shot at.
Okay.
So, and it seems that he felt like, for whatever reason, some sort of way, he thought that all these people had wronged him in his mind, like they were all like against him. And that's why he had shot them up to that point, right?
Yeah.
So that's kind of like, there's a reason for that, right?
In his mind.
Yeah. Now, from here on out, pretty much the next people that he shoots at and kills were all random. And they were just at the wrong place at the wrong time.
I was about to say, like, Sadly, because, if he's just shooting people that are taxi drivers and shit, okay, I can see,
you're a taxi driver, you don't get along with him.
Whatever. Pero ya cuando empiezas a matar otra gente, ya te pasas de verga. Like, you don't need to be doing that shit.
So since the alert had been put out that, where he was at, he was in the area, there were officers en route, and those officers continued to follow Derrick as that other officer had stopped to help the Terry and Emma.
Okay.
And Derrick just kept driving, BS, doing shit. Derrick sees that he's being followed, so he turns into a random driveway.
Okay.
And the officers follow him. And then Derrick points his fucking gun at the officers. Oh, my God. Which were unarmed. Because remember...
Yeah, they're unarmed. Yeah. Uh-huh.
So the officers were like, oh, fuck, let's retreat. Like, I get it. I'm not armed, can't do shit.
What am I going to do? Throw my fucking
taser at him?
No.
Hopefully, yeah.
No.
So they try to back out of the driveway, the police officers, but they're blocked in because there's a whole bunch of traffic going on behind them. So Derrick, he was like, yeah, motherfuckers. Sees that they're trying to back away, so he just goes over curbs and shit and then just makes his way onto the motherfucking traffic and then he gets away.
Well, good. At least he didn't shoot the people that didn't have guns.
So a high-speed chase begins.
Okay, now we're high-speed chasing. And this is all within hours.
This is still this is still 10 in the morning.
That's what I'm saying. Like within hours, like maybe even minutes.
Minutes, yeah.
Like 30 minutes, 40 minutes.
I'm going to give a lot of timestamps.
Yeah,
So, the high speed begins. There's police officers that are chasing Derrick, but the cars that they're using is like a low van. They're not made for a fucking high speed chase.
I don't think they've ever done a high speed chase like
in that area that. So,
well, I mean, it's a little village.
It's like small little towns here and there. So other agencies get contacted to come and assist.
Oh,
like the Royal Air Force and everything.
Oh shit, they got the Royal Air Force.
They have like helicopters. So
that's what I'm talking about.
Massive land and air search.
Bring it all on. Yeah.
Now, police are already telling the public, hey, stay inside. There's somebody shooting people and he's shooting at fucking random people. Do not leave.
Yeah.
And stay inside.
Yeah. But then there's a dumbass guy, va a ver, de chismoso.
So at 11 in the morning, David's neighbor finds David's body. Mm-hmm. So slumped on the floor, tirado, dead. So he calls the police. And now there's 3 people dead, right?
David.
That the police knows of. David, Kevin, and Darren, right? Mm-hmm. At the same time that David's body is found at 11 in the morning, Derrick shoots and kills Kenneth Fishburne, who was 71. 71? Wow. 71 in Egremont. So this is another small town village.
So he's just going through all the towns.
Yeah, he's just driving. Yes. Then he shoots and kills Susan Hughes.
But not just randomly on the streets? Oh.
Susan Hughes, who was 57, and Susan was shot in the head and chest as she was walking home from her shopping.
No.
She had shopping bags.
No, bitch. No estás. No. I mean, you don't even have any reason.
Derrick then...
Vas al pinche fiesta y regresas y they fucking shoot you?
You're just minding your business, bro. You're just doing your daily routine.
That's fucking crazy.
Derrick then continued driving and shot and killed Isaac Dixon as he was just talking and having a conversation with the farmer in a field. And Isaac was 65 and he had been a part-time mole catcher. So I was like, oh, what's a mole catcher? And a mole catcher is like pest control pretty much. And
but over there they don't have like big ass rats, they have moles.
Moles, yeah, because they're common in like fields and gardens and stuff, and they fuck up. They're harmful to crops and shit. So
I thought it was like
the only mole is that I remember from Kim Possible, Rufus.
That's what I was thought it was
mole
Rufus.
rat.
That's what I was thinking. But mole, like they make fucking como caminitos and shit.
Yeah.
Pero I mean, I guess that's cool. I guess I don't know. Maybe they have, but we don't have moles in here. But we have fucking big ass. ¿Cómo se llaman ¿Cómo se llaman las ratas esas? Ay, güey, ¿cómo se llaman?
¿Unas ratas?
Sí, güey, las ratas, pero las que andan en el pinche...
¿En New York?
Las walls and shit. No, güey, ¿cómo se llaman?
What?
Those big ass rats.
Raccoons? Possums.
Possums.
Yeah.
Those bitches. Those aren't fucking...
But are possums harmful to your crops?
No, possums are harmful to your fucking house.
Yeah.
And
they
then
eat trash.
And not only that, they eat trash, but on top of that, they have fucking rabies, bitch.
They
so
sure
fuck
do.
all that shit.
So after killing Isaac Dixon at Pobre, Derrick then drives to the village of Wilton, which is 6 minutes from Egremont.
I'm guessing that these are all like little villages como juntos. And
Yeah,
so
like
he's just fucking driving down.
yeah.
Like technically like driving down fucking 45, like the
Yes.
middle of the street.
Yes.
And just like going to different towns.
Yeah.
Okay.
So he drives to the village of Wilton, which is 6 minutes from Egremont, and stops by the home of a man named Jason Carey.
Jason Carey.
So Jason Carey and Derrick had been in a diving club. And Derrick ended up getting kicked out of that diving club for
So he
whatever
was mad.
reason. Quien sabe. So he left on bad terms, right? So Derrick honks his horn outside of Jason's house. And Jason thought, like, I think he overslept or something like that. And nobody answered. Nobody came to the door. And I guess he thought nobody was home. So he left. But now, after this happened, they're like, oh, fuck. He
shit,
was going to
lo
go.
hubiera matado.
Lo hubiera matado. So they thought that was the reason why he went over and started honking his horn.
He was probably like, no está, déjame le doy pa otro lado.
Yeah, let me keep going, Let me keep bullshitting. And I think he ended up looking for more people from the diving club, pero no encontraba a nadie. So he left.
Damn, dude, why you want to get the diving club people? Like, nobody's doing shit to you, bruh.
So as he's leaving, what does he do?
Shoot people?
Yeah. He shot an elderly couple, James and Jennifer Jackson, who were just walking by.
I mean, he was probably like, oh, like, look at these two people. Let me shoot them. Like, is that what he's thinking? Like, bitch,
James was shot once and was killed instantly, and Jennifer was shot twice. And Jennifer was 68 and James was 67.
No. Chingado. They're barely like getting, like, stop working and stuff. Andan, chilling.
Yeah.
Like, oh, man.
He then made his way to Gosford, where he shot and killed Gary Purdham, who was 31 years old.
Hold on. Like, this is a lot of people, bitch. Like, what the fuck?
And it's not even 11:30.
Bitch, what the fuck?
It's
like,
not even 11:30 in the
morning. Where did he get all
morning.
this fucking ammunition?
He had gone. He was
like, well, I get it, pero like, bro, he had to have planned this because think about it, like to pack all this shit in your taxi van. I don't know if it was a car, whatever. Like to where you're like fucking driving and you're like putting, ammo on your
vehicle.
Like, no, not only that, but like
with you.
Like, fuck, that's like a lot of fucking people.
Yeah. And
like, can I drink my coffee first? It's like, fuck.
Gary had played rugby semi-professionally and was a farmer. And when Derrick shot him, he had been working in a field.
And you know what? I've had big respect for people that are farmers because y'all can actually make things grow. I can't make shit grow, so I respect you, and I feel so sorry for Gary.
I wish I was you.
I really do wish I was you because we were just talking about that this morning. I hate plants, and plants hate me. It's mutual. It happens.
Outside plants hate you, not inside.
Not inside plants, but outside, yeah, with the sun and shit. I don't know.
So at 11:25 in the morning, after leaving Gosford, he made his way to Seascale, where he shot Jamie Clark, who was 23 and a real estate agent. Now, he shot Jamie as Jamie was driving, which caused him to crash his car. He died. But they don't know if it was because of the shotgun wound or because how bad he crashed his car.
Damn.
Yeah.
Well, still, he still.
Yeah, of course.
Caused him to crash.
Seconds later, literally seconds later, Derrick shot Harry Berger, who was 40 and a pub landlord. And he also shot Harry as he was driving. But thankfully, Harry survived but lost 2 fingers.
It's okay.
It's okay.
It's okay. You can work with 2 fingers.
At 11:27 a.m.,
bitch, this is not even, like, I don't understand. Like, like, I really do not understand.
No, trust me. Derrick is still in C-scale, just driving around when he shoots and kills Michael Pike, who was 64 and retired. I believe he was a cyclist.
It sounds like all of these people around these little villages are already older and retired people, farming, chilling or whatever, but you're over here killing them for no fucking reason, you stupid bitch.
Yeah.
Like, what the hell?
So, like I said, Michael was on his bicycle, and a witness who was walking by later says that she saw Derrick, he was in his taxi, like, he bumped Michael's back tire on his bike. So with his taxi, le andaba pegando. And then that's when she heard 2 pops and had seen that
Well, yo creo que no se le quitó out of the way fast enough.
Maybe.
Yeah.
Yeah. And she said that when she turned to look, she saw that Michael was slumped against a wall.
Pobrecito.
Seconds later, Derrick shoots Jane Robinson.
I need you to tell me, because this is some bullshit.
Who was 66. And I think she was only like 40 yards from her house. And shot her at point blank range.
Pero ¿por qué?
And killed her. Now, Jane would be the last person that he would kill.
When are they catching this motherfucker?
He keeps shooting at people, but Jane is just the last person that she actually dies. Now, at 11:33 a.m.
No mames! Guys, do you realize this is only 30 fucking minutes? Like, this is some...
He killed 10 people in 45 minutes.
Not only killed, but injured. How many people with fucking out hands and shit? Pinches fingers and fucking all of this shit. Like, what the fuck? Why? People on bikes? I don't
people
get it.
Like right by their house. Yeah, I know. It's insane. This case was
crazy. Yeah.
So at 11:33 a.m., armed police constables are on Derrick's tail.
Because, they got the fucking royal people and shit. Like,
they got other agencies, yeah. And they managed to locate him as they cross each other, coming from the opposite direction.
Yeah.
But are not able to actually pursue him because there was like a lot of construction and due to like major traffic, he disappears from their view. And they try to relay a lot of information over like radios, but like it's just bad. The signal keeps getting jammed, and it was just like they're not used to.
That's what I was about to say. Yo creo que ellos
they're not equipped.
No tenían lo que necesitaban para poder hacer algo tan grande. Like, if it was like in fucking California or like here in Texas or wherever, where we have this happen a lot more often, sadly, maybe. Pero allí que no tienen nada, o sea, me imagino que no estaban equipados para poder
something of this stature.
That's crazy. Because now he's turning into a serial killer. Because he's
a spree killer.
He's a spree killer. Okay, yeah, you're right. But now it's like it's turning into how many people is he going to kill?
And it's harder because there's not a specific type of person that he's killing.
No, he doesn't give a fuck. He's just killing whoever's on the fucking streets.
Yes.
Yeah.
So that's hard.
Yeah.
It's fucking horrible, first of all.
Horrible.
So Derrick heads in the direction of Estelle Valley, where he shoots at 6 more random people, injuring 3. Okay. As he was driving, he pulled up to a woman named Fiona Moretta, and later she goes on to say...
Why do I love that name, Fiona?
I like Fiona.
Care. I love that name. I don't know why people...
I feel like in her name flowed, Fiona Moretta.
Fiona. I don't know why. I like that name.
And she'll go on to say later that she thought he needed directions because he called her over. And she said that the sun was like on her face, so she put in her face into his window.
To hear her.
To hear what
him.
He had to
Excuse
say.
me, to hear him, yeah.
And that she just saw that he raised a gun. And when she saw it, she said that she just like looked back on instinct and tried to run. But he ended up shooting her in the face. And
is she the bad bitch of the story? Did she survive?
Yeah, because remember the last person he kills was Jane.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, but he still shoots other people. They don't pass away, but he's still shooting at people. And she said that she ran and he went behind her, but another car ended up pulling up, and there was 2 women that ended up helping her. And when Derrick saw that the other car pulled up to help her, he like leaves. So, but Fiona survives.
So this whole time, he's doing all of this from his taxi car.
Yeah. Like, he's calling people over, asking them for the time. So on, he pulls up to people on the street with his taxi right next to them.
Now ya se pasó de verga.
Yeah.
Like, ya se pasó de verga. First, it was like, okay, I get it. You're mad at people and shit. Pero ya ahorita en este punto a las 11:30, ya te pasaste de verga, puto. Like, for real.
Yeah.
Like, no.
Derrick, after driving off from shooting Fiona, pulls up to a bridge called Dr. Bridge, which was like a scenic bridge. Like, people would go there and take pictures, get out of their cars. Excuse me. So he pulls up to the bridge. So, you know, he stops there. And at this point, he's almost out of gas.
Bitch, I just realized something. It is 11:19 right now.
Oh, shit.
That's crazy.
So his car is almost out of gas, his taxi. He's almost out of rounds on his shotgun.
God forbid, que ya se le acabaron las pinches gun shots.
His car's all crashed and fucked up. And I think like the front wheel's on a rim. Like, ya no tiene ni llanta. So he was there, and a man named Lee Turner, who was on vacation with his wife Zoe and their 2 kiddos, asked Derrick if he needed help. They were like, maybe he fucking crashed or something, you know, like, why is he all fucked up and shit? And Derrick was just like, no, just go. And they were like, fuck, let's fucking go. And
because they were there taking pictures in the
they were just there.
the
They were on
Dr.
vacation, Dr. Bridge. Yeah,
Bridge,
just like, yeah. Mm-hmm. And I can imagine later, like, being
yes,
this
bitch,
man
like,
and be like, bro,
he could have
shot me.
Yeah,
because he still had his I think he still had his rifle. His shotgun was almost out of rounds, but he still had his rifle. So imagine later seeing that you were there with your wife and kids, and he could have if he wanted to.
If he wanted to, yeah.
But who the fuck knows where he's sticking? Whatever.
Yeah, I don't know. At this point, I thought at first, okay, rage, okay. But now you're killing people like in fucking farms and shit, and the fucking people that are saving people from moles. I don't know about that. You're too much.
At 12:30 p.m., that was the last time that Derrick was seen alive by a witness. He had left his car in Boot, which is the area where the Dr. Bridge was located. Mm-hmm. And he was on foot, and he had his rifle with him. At 1:30 p.m., Derrick's lifeless body is found in a wooded area near Boot. He had shot himself.
Of course he did, because he's a fucking coward.
Before taking his own life, Derrick had killed 12 people and injured 11.
I can't believe it.
And he had actually, there was one that said that he had shot like at a teenage girl, but he actually ended up missing her. So he didn't actually hit her. So a whole bunch of people, he shot at other bunch of people, and they just didn't manage to hit them. Like I mentioned, Derrick was into guns. He had always been since he was young. I believe he got his shotgun license at 17. So he had been using them for a really fucking long time. Yeah. So he had carried all of that into adulthood, you know, because he was 52 at the time that this happened. So after this, of course, people were wanting to know why, you know, why did Derrick do something like
so
this?
massive? Yeah, like it was just like...
And that's the thing, no one knows for sure. He didn't leave a suicide note. He didn't leave anything that...
I mean, at this point now, it's just speculation.
Yes. Oh, yeah, for sure. So there are some theories, of course, and I guess you can say about why he killed at least... his twin David, Kevin, the family lawyer.
Obviously, we know that those Darren. Kind of people that were bothering him and shit. See,
yeah,
according to him. Not bothering him, but according to him.
Yeah.
You know?
So it said that Derrick always felt, like I said, inferior to David, and it all just built over time. Yeah. He had major resentment.
Bitch, she was 52. Like, ya, olvídalo, no? Supéralo, bitch.
Yeah. So for some reason, allegedly, Derrick thought that David and Kevin were plotting against him to have him sent to prison. Porque Derrick was being investigated for not paying his fucking taxes.
Oh, I thought he was stealing fucking wood again.
No, not taxes, bitch. He went from wood to taxes.
Damn, bitch.
And you don't fucking pay.
I don't care where you fucking live. I don't know if they're called IRS.
No, they're called something else.
Something else. They're government tax, whatever it is, to the queen. R.I.P. But what I'm saying is, you don't get away from those motherfuckers. They will find you. Yeah. They will fucking find you and take your fucking shit. Money and your shit out your account.
Yes. So since he was being investigated for tax evasion, he had confided in Kevin about it, that he needed help. And he was actually, like I said, he was supposed to meet with Kevin the day of June 2nd to talk about it. Mm-hmm. And he told his son, the oldest, Graham, on June 1st, that he was convinced that he was going to get arrested.
Like he knew it.
Like he knew it.
So he was like, I'm going down, might as well go down.
That's what people think.
Sí, güey, pero está cabrón, because I don't think that...
But why would you think that they're plotting against you? To fucking send you to prison to take what?
No, pero not only that. No, sí, güey. Pero like, okay, he doesn't want to go to prison. Okay, but just kill the brother and the lawyer. Like, if we're gonna kill somebody.
Yeah.
I mean, ya pa' qué? Maybe even the guy that was fucking with him
But they were fucking with each other. They were fucking with each other.
Whatever. But I'm just saying, but now to go through a whole fucking spree, like, and then kill yourself? You know why? Because they're bitches.
That's the worst.
They're fucking bitches. Because si vas a matar gente, motherfucker, aguántate. Vete al pinche yo para que te metan una cogida. A ver, ¿por qué no aguantan? No, because they want to be bitches. Little pussies.
And that's the thing, like, you don't know why he did it. And then you can even fucking ask him. And he can be brought to justice for it because it just ends.
So all these people that just don't have fingers anymore, that lost their face, that don't have arms, that don't, whatever it is.
But just suffered through this.
The mole rat people that can fucking help you with the mole rats or whatever they're called. But then now, you know, you're just like, ni modo, güey. Ya, o sea, valiste verga? Like, that's horrible, dude. There's no reason. They have no idea. But now all you can
just
do is just speculate.
Yes.
I do think, honestly. Oh, are you ready for my opinion or not?
Yeah. No, I mean, we can continue.
Yeah. So I think that he probably, yes, he let all of this anger build up and all of this shit. But, and he probably was like, todo lo que me ha pasado a mí and, you know, a toda esta gente que anda aquí en la pinche calle, no les pasa nada, you know, that's the thought process.
Like, yeah,
you know?
like people
maybe
think
that's
like,
why.
Todo me pasa, you know, he makes
The
himself
negativity.
the victim.
Yeah. And then not only that, so there's two, the way I see it is there's two ways. You could either be negative and then make yourself a victim, or be negative and just let shit happen.
And that's the thing, like, people don't handle things the same way, you know?
Exactly. So that's what I'm saying. Maybe he
couldn't handle it mentally and
couldn't do it anymore, and he just was like, fuck it.
But why not just kill yourself? If you can't,
I mean, you're going to kill yourself anyway.
Exactly. So why just not, you know, do it there?
I don't know. What do you think?
I think that maybe he just like snapped.
I think he snapped for sure. But I think that you didn't have to kill and injure all these people that were just walking on the street coming back from fiesta.
Yeah.
You know,
or wherever.
Or the grocery store, or H-E-B.
Yeah. His two sons, remember he had two.
Yeah.
Graham, who was 28 at the time, and Jamie, who was 16.
Dude.
He was little. Couldn't, like, when they heard this, they're like, dude, they fucking couldn't believe it. And they were devastated, dude. And they said in a statement, and I quote,
he probably was a good father.
To us, he was the nicest man you could ever meet.
Oh.
See? He was a loving dad and had recently became a grandfather, because I think the oldest had just had a baby 2 weeks before.
Graham,
yeah. We would like to say that we do not know why our dad committed these horrific crimes. We are both mortified by these sad events. We would also like to send our condolences to all the other families and people involved in this tragic accident. Our thoughts are with them.
I was going to say, dude, like, do you think that shit follows them? Like,
yes, that's the thing. Graham's home, he would get like shit thrown into his home windows and stuff like that.
With the baby?
Yeah. And Jamie had to leave school because he was being harassed. I mean, he was only 16.
Yeah.
And his mom, Mary, was 90 at the time. And La Pobrecita, she had cancer and was actually recovering from a stroke when it came out on the news. And I believe she was staying in a church with their oldest son. I think his name is Brian, the oldest of Derrick and David. There was a reverend there. And the reverend...
Oh, shit, I forgot that he killed his brother too. So then the lady se quedó sin dos hijos. Porque se mató él y se mató... Oh, shit, se me había olvidado. No mames. ¿Y luego qué le dijeron?
The reverend from the church, who was also there, when she found out, said that she was just horrified and astounded, you know, that he had done this. And it's hard because, like, these people's life ended, but, you know, you fucked up your family's life.
Yeah.
And the lives of everybody else's who lost a loved one that night.
Lost a loved one, lost a limb,
changed their lives forever.
Yeah, their sanity.
Yeah.
From these little bitty towns that people just go
in tourists.
Yeah, in touristy areas or whatever. Now they have to go back and clean all this blood up, and they never had to do this.
And there were over 30 crime scenes.
Wow. That's some shit, bro.
Yeah. I just wanted to read out the names of the people that passed away and like things that were said about them, like from family or friends afterwards, after this happened. So David Bird, he was 52, and his daughter said, because he had 3 daughters, they said he was the nicest man you could ever meet. He was a loving husband and a doting dad and a granddad. Oh. Yeah. So then Kevin Commons, who was a lawyer, he was 60. A friend said, he's probably about the single most generous person I've ever met. Just really, really a nice character.
Oh.
And then Darren, which was the taxi driver con el que no se llevaba. Darren Rucastle was 43. His parents wrote, to our darling son, Darren, sleep tight, son. No one can hurt you now. We love you. We love and miss you so much. Nana will be looking after you now. And then Gary Purdham, 31, his family said, He was loved dearly by all of his family and everyone who knew him. A gentle giant who would do anything for anyone.
Aw.
Jane Robinson, who was the last person he killed.
Yeah.
She was 66. Her twin sister said,
The ones with the bags from HEB.
No.
Oh.
That was Susan.
Oh.
So her twin sister, that Jane said.
Oh, she had a twin.
Yeah, she had a twin.
Now
and I think they lived together.
Shit. Now that is some shit.
Jane was such a caring, considerate, and generous person. She was the best sister I could ever have had. And as twins, we were especially close.
Aww.
Which is weird because they were close, but David and Derrick weren't really that close. So Michael Pike, who was 64, his family said, he was a kind, brave, and generous person who achieved so much more than he expected in life. And then Kenneth Fishburne, who was 71, people that knew him said, Ken Fishburne was an affable bloke. He never harmed anybody. He never had a bad word to say about anybody. Jennifer Jackson. So this is Jennifer Jackson and James Jackson, the elderly couple. A statement on behalf of the family said that they were wonderful, quiet, loving people right at the heart of the communities and that they would be dearly missed. Now, Susan Hughes, who was 57, she's the one that had her shopping bags. A statement on behalf of the family said she was completely irreplaceable to her family and friends. Apparently, she was a single mom, and she actually had a daughter with disabilities and stuff. So, yeah, pobrecita.
Pobrecita.
Todos, pues, pero. And then Isaac Dixon, 65, his brother said he would help anyone who asked him. And then also a neighbor said he helped everybody. He was just that sort of person. He was a gentleman. He did a lot for everybody, and if anybody wanted him, he'd do it. He would be sadly missed. And then Jamie Clark, who was 23.
So young.
Yeah, he was the one that was a real estate. His fiance said.
Oh, se iba a casar el pobre.
He was just not my fiance. He was my closest friend. And he was my life, my world, my everything. Taken too soon. He gave so many people love and joy.
Oh, sad.
And that's
the story, guys.
Of the Cumbria
what the
shootings.
Fuck, man, that's some crazy ass shit. I know that we always say that it's crazy, but it really is because you sit here and you think about
why
humanity and being so like why? Like why? There's no point.
Was that necessary?
I don't know.
Nothing ever is that necessary.
I don't think
you know?
there's everything ever that necessary. Obviously, there's a lot of mental issues that probably Mr. Bird had. You let us know what you think, guys. The 3 people that listen, if y'all, can we make it 4? Because 4 is better than 3.
Yeah.
Okay. For the 4 people that listen,
4 is my favorite number.
No, that's my favorite number. No,
that's my favorite number.
My favorite number since I was born. I was born 4/24/1986. It's always been 4. 4.
I'm number 4 out of 6 kids. Cancer is the 4 zodiac sign. And also, when I was in first grade, the teacher used to sit as boy, girl, boy, girl, boy, girl. And then at the end, every Friday, she would pick out a number. And then whoever number she picked out, she win like a little prize every Friday. And she would pick out my number a lot. And then one year, I won a pumpkin.
Anyway, my favorite number is 4. Yeah, so let us know what you think. If you don't mind, you can please leave us a comment just so that we can see that you guys are listening. What do you think about our podcast? I know that we have, a little bit more followers now. We appreciate everybody. Thank you so much for the feedback. But other than that,
you can follow us on Instagram at
Cafecito and Crime Pod.
Or you can send us an email to
cafecitoandcrimepod@gmail.com.
Thank you.
Thank you, guys.
Have a good one.
Bye.
Adios.
Hasta los vidrios.